track of clients is tricky. We meet, follow up, hear nothing back. So what should we do? Find out in today's show. Welcome back to Year 4, this weekly edition every Friday of the Japan Business Mastery Show. I'm your host, Dr. Greg Story, Dale Carnegie Franchise Owner Tokyo, Master Trainer, President of Dale Carnegie Tokyo Training, and best-selling author of Japan Sales Mastery, Japan Business Mastery, and Japan Presentations Mastery. Zaegyo is the Japanese translation of Japan Sales Mastery. My new book is Stop Wasting Money on Training, or in Japanese, Training de okane o muda ni suru no wa yamimashou. We are bringing the show to you from our studio in the High Performance Center in Akasaka, in Minato-ku, the business center of Tokyo. This is episode number 166. Today we're talking about get your sales pacing right. Before we get going, a quick word from our sponsor. Are you doing business with Japan? Do you really know how things work? Japan Business Mastery provides the answers. Do you have the right networks and know how to create them? Do you know how to get on the same wavelength with Japanese buyers? Do you know what being trustworthy looks like from the Japanese perspective? Japan Business Mastery is based on more than 30 years' experience in Japan and will become your go-to guide. Want to succeed in Japan? Buy Japan Business Mastery now. The bestseller, Japan Sales Mastery, is the new Bible of selling in Japan. To sell to Japanese buyers, you need to create long-term partner-level trust, fully understand Japanese buyers' real needs, convince buyers with your solutions, overcome their hesitation, fear, and doubt, know how to ask for the order, ensure repeat orders. This book is the product of 30 plus years in the trenches selling in Japan. Order Japan Sales Mastery now. Welcome back. Okay, now it's time for the show. それでは行きましょう. So let's get going. Get your sales pacing right. Time is of the essence. Patience is a virtue. Worthy aims, but sometimes we mix these aspirations up in sales. We are not moving quickly enough and miss the chance. At other times, we're impatient and we force the issue when we should be more stoic and considered. We lose on both counts whenever we confuse what we should actually be doing. Being too slow usually relates to making contact or following up. We meet people at an event, receive a bunch of meishi business cards, then we get sidetracked by something else. There is an advantage in getting back to people we have had a preliminary conversation with fairly promptly while the occasion is fresh in their mind. As the days drift by, the ease of giving us the bum's rush increases. Once upon a time, it was considered the height of rudeness to not return a phone call. In the early days of email, everyone would reply. Not anymore. In Japan, trying to get through on the phone to people is always difficult because they're always away from their desk, at home, in a meeting. We're reduced to leaving a message. Maybe a slip of paper is plunked down on their desk, scattered amongst a million other papers, soon to disappear from view and relevance. If the contact is by email, then the tsunami of daily messages pushes our little missive down the chronological chain, and we get buried in that great archive called the lower reaches of inbox. If we keep pushing, we can become annoying. But at precisely which point is that? The second, third, or fourth follow-up? Maybe the lack of a response is their subtle way of telling us they are not interested. Maybe they are just busy. Hard to know which is which. In my case, I make it 3 times to follow up. I always copy the previous email into the new one to show I reached out to you, but you have not responded. Does it always work? No. But at least I feel I haven't blotted my copybook by becoming a pushy pain. I have to be patient. I have to play the long game. Now, this sounds easy, but there are weekly, monthly, quarterly, and annual targets to meet. The other danger of patience is not to pair it with a good follow-up system. Today's lack of response means we hit up the next prospect and reignite the process all over again. Those who we met who didn't respond now silently disappear into the morass of the daily grind and get quickly forgotten. If it is a no or a non-response today, and if we follow up in a month, the situation probably won't have changed sufficiently to yield us a better result. If we leave it for 12 months, there's a danger that our competitor has slipped in there and plumbed the perfect timing to make contact because the prospect situation has changed. We need to be getting back to them somewhere in that 6 to 9 months zone. Patience is having a good calendar system to flag that follow-up is needed and when it is needed. We need to be action-oriented, but we need to do it in a patient fashion. In sales, we're enthralled by the now. What is happening today takes up all of our attention and time. We are adrenaline junkies, loving the thrill of the deal, the urgency of the action, the vibrant seizing of the moment. By comparison, storing things away for the distant future is a rather foreign, unattractive idea. Remember, if we believe that what we are representing will help the client to grow their business, then we have a strong obligation to keep following up. In these circumstances, we should never be shy about recontacting the customer. Yes, we are interrupting them, but we are doing it for all the right reasons and in their best interest. So let's get out there and follow up. I hope you enjoyed today's show, and so please subscribe to it on YouTube. Share it with your family, friends, and colleagues. Become a regular. Hit the little bell icon to receive update notifications. Our website details are on screen now, dale-carnegie.co.jp. It's awesome value, so check it out. We try to offer as much value as possible, so you might also enjoy our other shows. In fact, we're releasing content 6 days a week. By the way, how many companies, let alone training companies in Japan, are doing that, do you suppose? Answer, just one, Dale Carnegie Tokyo Training. Now, for podcasts, Mondays for the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show, Tuesday for the Presentations Japan series, and every second Tuesday for the Business Tatsujin no Oshie Show, Wednesdays for the Sales Japan series, Thursdays for the Leadership Japan series, and every second Thursday for the Business Pro Podcast Show, Fridays for the Japan Business Mastery Show, and Saturdays for Japan's top business interviews, wherever you get your podcast. For TV shows, Mondays for the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show, every second Thursday we release the Business Pro Television Show, every Friday the Japan Business Mastery Show, and every Saturday Japan's top business interviews on YouTube. We appreciate your support, and please let others know about it so they can benefit too. We want to make a contribution to helping people, and please join us in that endeavor. Our training mantra is, we are 100% committed to using our soft skills training to transform your career and business. Dale Carnegie Tokyo Training are in your corner here in Nippon. In episode number 167, we're talking about, want to be influential? This is how. Onegai itashimasu. Please join me next week to master business here, because that is what we all want, isn't it? Japan business mastery.